Okay, so I'm going to first do, well, pretty much the first thing that I came on to. This is a box that my Indian friend made me, and I love it. And I put little of my own personal treasures in there, and I keep that right here with me so I can always remember her. Hi. This is a clock an alarm clock I got from a garage sale that it doesn't work anymore. They said that it doesn't work, but I mean, how cute is that? So I want to alter that. This is alcohol inks, not alcohol inks, reinkers. And then you just add water and you've got watercolor. So I use this quite a bit. And this is a water reservoir for watercolor, or you know, when I do my painting. It's got a clean water and a dirty water reservoir, so I like that. This right now is not being used because I cleaned it all out, but usually I keep some paper clips and things like that, maybe a pencil up here so that I can write some things if I need to. Anyway, moving on, this first drawer has all of my calligraphy. I have a beautiful set. Let's see if I can get this out without pulling everything else out. I have a beautiful set of calligraphy. Okay. It's a speedball set, and it's got all of the beautiful nibs and pens. My husband got this for me a couple of years ago. Now, I dabble in calligraphy, and I just had asked him to get me some calligraphy pens, but he goes all out all the time, and I can't do that with one hand. Anyway, and then I've got a couple of books and some inks that I got at a garage sale. You got to be careful with these inks. They will dry out pretty quickly, I found out. And I'm going to put this on the floor so it does not fall. There. Okay. Here I have a watercolor set that's kind of a metallic pearlized watercolor set. This I use as a palette. It had a stamp cleaning thing in it, but I just use it as a palette. Sponges, paint pens, some different things that make painting fun. That's that. Here I have my encaustic wax and iron, and some plug-in pieces and stuff, and also my yeah, what do you call that thing? Label. My P-Touch is in there. Here is just office supplies. This is kind of a catch-all. These are some magnetic sewing trays, so all those needles are not going anywhere. I use these when I get new trim, so I like to keep them close by, so that's kind of what that is. I have a circle cutter. What's her name? Martha Stewart. Got my envelope board. Here is more sewing, but more also sandpaper, cheesecloth, some ribbon embroidery ribbon, not embroidered, and then I've also got embroidery thread, stitch witchery, sorry. Sitting there looking at it, I still got it wrong. Extra adhesive stuff. You know, we've all got a drawer like that. I am trying to work through it because, you know what, some of this stuff gets where it doesn't work anymore. And I have just come to the realization that I don't need to buy all this crap. I mean, look how many of these things. Now, granted, some of this was back when I was a demonstrator for Stampin' Up. I ended up buying a bunch of this stuff. But, you know, I've got Zots and just all kinds of... I've got cutters for cutting machine that I don't even have anymore because I bought so many of them. You know, so sometimes it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. These are things to alter, and I rarely go in that drawer. I find too that I accumulate way more that I want to do than I have time to do, so I really try and limit myself now. I really do. So this is my Rolodex, and I have 3 different boxes of stamps. I have the stamps that I journal with. I have verbiage stamps, and then I have stamps that I usually do cards with. Sometimes, yes, they can be, you know, journal stamps and something I would do cards with could both be in the same box, but I tend to think of my stamps in those three sections. And so this would be a journal stamp, and it's envelope 31. So that's kind of what I've got. But, you know, these are just copies of stamps that I've got in this section. Some of them are on the same stamp set. You know, so it's just kind of how I came up to do it, so that I could find the stamps. I know which section to look in to find my stamps. Back here, I have a lot of these little, you know, they're things that you would find at a store that they might, my coffee, that you would find at a store to present things with. I have my color wheel and my metrics made easy. This is pretty vintage right here, but I love it. I don't use it a lot, but when I need it, boy, it's wonderful to have. If I come across something I really like and it's in metric numbers, I just pull that out. These are just YouTube things and things that people have sent me that they'd like to see me do or something like that. That's kind of what that is. I have some beautiful bird prints that I found at an estate sale, and those are back there. I've got some rub-ons. This is in the wrong spot, but I'm not going to move it right now, but mainly this area is for store-bought. So like there's Tim Holtz, the words, stickers. These are all tiny embellishments, different things that you would find in embellishment packs and things like that, and ephemera packs for the different paper lines and things like that. And then if I finish a paper line and I don't use it all, so things like that, they get used in there. And then over here is for larger things. Again, pretty much store-bought items. There's, what do you call those? Yeah, what do you call these things? Project Life? Holy Hannah! Project Life cards, I've got the big ones back here and little ones. I do have some projects that were made from my book club friends, and I have those here, but I've got all different kinds of tags. I do have a process video where I kind of go through all of this stuff, so I will try, and if I think about it, I'll link that to this video so that you can, if you want to see what all kinds of things I keep in here. See that there's some Tim Holtz ephemera pack and vellum. I've got some Graphic 45 different packs. Here's pink paisley, some really cute, yeah, pom-pom thingies. Yeah, tassels. There we go. I got rub-ons. I got a few summer rub-on stack. You know, here's those tins from Industrial Chick yeah, so I got lots of things like that. Got Graphic 45 alphabet banners, and actually what I do is I cover it other than the top, so I don't use the letters, I just use the tags. Then I work color coded. That is my thing. I do have some sections that I would call, like this one is anything that flies, birds, butterflies, bugs. You know, I've got little birds' nests. I've got birds in here. I've got tags that have birds on them. I have stickers that have birds on them. I have little envelopes with butterflies. You know, so all of that kind of thing is in this one. Here, this is some metal pieces. I've got my, I love these little things. These are, when I was really doing some steampunk stuff. Let's see, is that gonna focus? It's little bulbs. Little bulbs. There. And, you know, but I just some different stuff. Anyway, I really like more color coding kind of things. So like this is yellow bling, yellow buttons. There is some yellow, oh, what do you call those things? Yeah, they're brads, but they're like got the 4 prongs that you have to pound down into something. And then I've got orange, again, buttons, bling. Here's pink and purple. Like I've got pink pom-poms, and I've got some different wire pieces, and I've got some more of those 4-pronged brad things, and lots of bling, buttons, bling on a roll, all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of what I have done with this stuff. Like this metal is silver and gold, so I've got silver and gold chain in these boost bottles. I've got just different stuff. Little bottle opener, bottle caps. What is that? Those are more of those 4-pronged brad kind of things. Tacks. I don't know, but I've got ball and chain, bling on a roll, that kind of stuff. Anyway, and then down here I've got, like, this one's sewing. So these are buttons and how to make your own bridal veil and just things like that. This is magnets, so there's all my magnets and my tin caps that make your magnets go farther. Paper clips. It's all kinds of paper clips. I've got some really cute paper clips, butterflies, fish. Dropped one, excuse me. Cards. It's all different kinds of cards. Some of them are vintage, some of them are kids. These are games, so dominoes. Now these are buttons, but they're card games. So this is some spinners. So, you know, trivia game. This is, what is this? Oh, closures and eyelets. So larger eyelets and closures and things like that. That's what I have in there. But big buttons. These are more cards. Travel. These are all travel related cards. These are some book binding, different book binding things. A lot of those. Okay, this is elastic. All of this is all different kinds of elastic. And this is my photo paper. And then these down, this is babies. So I've got roll of baby paper. This is actually not cardstock, but pretty close. And then I've got some stickers and epoxy stickers. And this one is locks and watches. I've got bags of watches and little locks. And these are display pieces, so I keep those in there as well. And then this one down here is recipe cards. So everything to do with recipes. This has got, this little thing has got lists, you know, what to buy, that kind of thing. So there's those two sections, and I'm going to cut this short now, and I will be back. And it also has two of these, so I can pull the trays out and play all I want. All right, guys, we'll be back.